Hey guys, it's Psychosis here once again. And once again, it's been another minute since I made a video. So today, I decided to make another review on another album. Woo! And so today I chose an album that I literally listened to for the first time last night. And I figured that's probably the best way to do it, just my initial impressions of it. A fresh unbiased opinion or on an album that I didn't have an opinion on beforehand, whether it was thinking it was going to be bad or good. And so today I will be reviewing Baroness's newest album, Stone, which literally came out about a few weeks ago. And I didn't really listen to it because initially when it came out, because I've never listened to this band. So this is also my first time listening to this band. So that's what makes this exciting. And yeah. So today I'll be reviewing Stone by Baroness, which is their newest album, like I said. And yeah, as you can see, the album artwork's kind of cool and colorful. A lot of stuff going on. And yeah, I wasn't going to, but I decided to listen to it last night, and after a bunch of people were raving about it, I decided to check it out myself. And yeah, the first thing to start off with is that this album is in a genre that I don't listen to a lot, so that's fun. Because normally I listen to a lot of death metal and metalcore. A lot of metalcore and death metal, mainly, and some deathcore. Those are like my three most listened to genres by far. But this falls under the umbrella of progressive sludge, I think I saw it described as. And as I listened to the album, that progressive title really seems fitting. Because normally when I think of sludge, I think of like really chunky, heavily distorted riffs and like a lot of energy, but this album doesn't really have that. I'll start off with that. It's slower, it's not really fast, and when it is fast, it's more it could be considered mid-paced. I think I've just gotten like desensitized to really fast songs from listening to death metal and other genres of extreme metal that have a lot of fast-paced songs. But yeah, it's kind of slow. Nothing wrong with that. Really soft album on the instrumentals and distortion. It's not really a distorted album in terms of tone, but the tone's really nice. Alongside the production, it just works. It just flows really well together and feels very natural. It doesn't feel forced, contrived, however you want to call it, or like non-existent. Like they clearly had high studio level ability to get the production right, and that really helps it unfold. I don't even know what I'm saying, but yeah, it really helps make the production good on the album. And that is why it shines, because it just sounds so good. I don't know why no one ever told me to listen to this band before, but I just decided to take a whim. And for my first album, I will say right off the bat, I really like this album. Yeah, I said it's slower and it's more on the progressive side of music. I mean, it's not like a nerdy fest of it all, but compared to lots of other music I've seen under the sludge label, it neither feels like a metalcore album nor with the other bits in it, or a crazy meth head's attempt at making metal music. But yeah, I really liked it. It's progressive, and the intro is fun. It starts off really slow and gets you in. And the vocals are really fun too. I'm so used to growling and screaming that I just kind of assume it's gonna, and just have that as like a default of music I like, that it has to have that in it in some capacity. Whether it's only like one scream on the entire song or something like that, or the whole thing. But there weren't really screams on this album. This album is mostly sung, and I really like the singing, because this is the only that's the only thing that I could say is like kind of like a metalcore album is the singing. It's really clean, alternative kind of alternative metal kind of like really huge, nice, clean singing. It's actually beautiful, honestly, because there's a girl and a guy singing. I don't know their names, sorry, but this is my first time hearing them. But it sounded really good. And on they do the uncleans, there it's really just nothing more than yeah, it's nothing more than shouting, but it goes well. Like the shouting, it all fits in alongside the production and tone. It fits in well. The album also is not too long either. This could be kind of a complaint or not, but it's only 43 minutes long, and and in a way that kind of seems short with how the music is set up, but it also doesn't seem long either. It seems like a perfect balance. I just really enjoy this album, so the songs just flow together so well. They built off each other. That's also what I'm gonna say. Like the endings of songs tie in perfectly with the next song. So they'll start off with a similar note or if a lyric that's a title of the next song on the song list on the album. But yeah, it flows really well. And I really like that. Probably the best part about it is due to that, it makes it really replayable if I were to listen to the album again. Because it's one of those albums where the last note is the exact same note as the very first note in the first song. So if you decide to just click replay on the album, it would seem very seamless transitioning and starting over again due to how it's written with the notes ending that way, a slow, nice, soft note to end the album, and that same note starting the album. It's really fun. It makes it give like this cyclical feel. So you could just replay it a lot. And yeah, it is. That's yeah. The instruments are good too. It's not really a riffy album, like I said. It's more on the progressive side. Like there are riffs, but they're neither heavy nor like standout. They just work. It's just more of like giving in the atmosphere of the song and making like this wonderful soundscape of music and not worry about trying to be as fast or as extreme as possible. I really like that. And yeah, music's good. There's also other instruments they use besides guitars and drums and bass, which is nice. It's always fun when bands throw that in. Kind of a cliche thing or kind of a hack in a way when bands do that, but it makes it more fun after you've listened to lots of bands that all only use guitars and bass and drums. They let trick instruments in every song and they don't try to do it all. So like when you see something different, it's always nice. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Because the product, I jump back to the production. The production was just really nice, and it complements everything else, including how easily it was to tell the notes apart. You could hear all the notes. Nothing sounded overly loud, overly quiet, except at the very beginning of songs that were slower. That's expected. Nice slow songs. Yeah, and yeah. Basically, I would describe this band as being like a better version of Mastodon, in my opinion, just from this album, or at least that's how I saw it. If I were to describe it in a short, concise phrase, it's like a better Mastodon, basically. Like, I like Mastodon, but this was just way more fun. And yeah, I can't really say much about the band because I have no idea about much of this band. This is my first time ever listening to a release of theirs. But yeah, I really liked the album. It was very good. I enjoyed it. I didn't get bored towards the end like I thought I would. And yeah, with the vocals, I really liked them. And everything just worked and flowed and it didn't seem forced. or contrived. It was just natural. It was a natural flow of songwriting. And I really liked that. It was a good album. And yeah, for a final rating, I give this album a 9.5 out of 10. Very excellent album. The only things that are wrong with it, you could say, is it's more album length between being long or short, being too long or being too short at 43 minutes. But that's like a minor thing. And the vocals too, if you were expecting like sludgy vocals or growls or screams or something that's sludge, this isn't it. Nothing wrong with that. If you want actual sludge, there's so many things out there, but for progressive sludge, it's fantastic. This album is excellent. I don't know if I have a 10. Like I said, I only heard this album for the first time last night, and I would definitely buy it, actually, or just from it first listen, because I enjoyed it that much. Even from the very first song, I was like, this album is this is a fantastic song. I was hooked. I was actually surprised the album ended. I was playing a video game and I had it on, and then the album ended, and I was just sitting there for a second, like, what? It's over already? It just was started. I was just into it. But yeah, 9.5 out of 10. Stone is an excellent album, and Baroness seems like a fantastic band. I will definitely check out this band more in the future. See how their other albums hold out, in my opinion. See if they also have their older stuff's just as good, if not better, than how Stone was. And yeah, that was really my review. Like I've said before, if you want me to review an album, you can request albums to review or EPs. I'm thinking about starting to review EPs as well. Add some variety to what I review. More content, more music. Because I enjoy doing this. Making time out of my day to just make mindless videos of reviews that no one's gonna watch. And yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the review. Like I said, I do take requests. I don't just pull a random album out of my butt and review it all the time. You guys can request something. Like if there's an album you like, or if there's a favorite album of yours that I haven't talked about, and you want to see my random opinion on it, I'll listen to it and give a review. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If there's anything you want me to know or requests, like I said, just put them down in the comments. And I'll see you whenever I make another video, guys. Goodbye.